Welcome to my studio. I'm in my garage because the lighting's good, my hair is clean, and the sun's going down, so I want to do this fast. But I've had somebody contact me about all the different terms that are out for preventing HIV, and there are a lot of terms out there and they're kind of confusing, so I just thought I would clear them up. Somebody who's at risk for possibly contracting HIV if you're in a high-risk group, meaning you're a gay male, or you're a female who has sex with men who possibly have sex with other men, or you are a female or male who has sex with men who share needles for drugs. Those are high risk, okay? You want to look into either no sex, but I mean, who does that? But okay, abstinence is one way to not get HIV. The other way is obviously condom, which is 99.9% effective. Everybody, I hope, knows that by now, but a lot of people don't like to use condoms. So if you don't want to use condoms and you want to have condomless sex, is what they call it, condomless sex. Everybody say it together, condomless sex, which we all like the most, don't we, right? No one likes condoms. We have other options. Keep in mind though, if you have condomless sex, you are putting yourself at risk for other STIs, okay? You gotta know that. Herpes, there's no cure for that, but that's a virus. It's not gonna make you die, but you would have to take medication to prevent outbreaks and stuff like that. You're exposed. Actually, even if you have a condom on, you can get herpes. It's skin to skin. So gonorrhea, syphilis, chlamydia, those are all going to be something that you could expose yourself to if you're not using a condom. But if you're willing to take that risk and you still want to protect yourself from HIV, this is how you do it. You either take, oh God, I left it over here. So this is how you do it. There's something called Truvada. It's a medication prescribed from a doctor. It's a blue pill. And it's also called Prep and Pep. All of those are the same. Truvada, Prep, and Pep. They're all the same. So Prep, I checked in with Damon Jacobs. He's the guy, he's like the Prep go-to guy that I know. And I wanted to ask him exactly what do I say to people about Prep? What would you like them to know? What's the simplest way to explain it? And he says, Prep is an FDA-approved medication an HIV negative person can use to remain HIV negative. When taken as prescribed, it brings one's risk of acquiring HIV to nearly zero. Okay, and that is for pre-exposure. So it's considered pre-exposure prophylaxis, meaning that you're taking it to prevent it from happening when you have sex. Let's say you don't take it and you think you've been exposed to HIV. And there's a window period, I believe it's 72 hours, pretty darn sure about that. You can take that same pill, but in that case it's called PEP. It's still the same pill, but it's considered post-exposure prophylaxis. And it's also very effective if you think that you've been exposed to HIV. You have to get it through a doctor. You can't go buy this at CVS, okay? The other way to prevent HIV transmission is people being on their meds. Okay, so I don't transmit HIV because I take my meds. This is called treatment as prevention, or TASP, TASP. I hate saying that though because it reminds me of the word wasp, but that's what it is, TASP. It's also U equals U. So if you hear me talking about U equals U, undetectable equals untransmittable, and you can go to www.preventionaccess.com for more information on that. People cannot transmit HIV once they have an undetectable viral load for 6 months or longer, okay? This stops HIV transmission. So this goes for men to men, male to female. I'm gonna include female to male, but I really feel that females very rarely transmit regardless of this or not. And I know people don't want me to say that, but it's what I see. So there, I said it. But this keeps me healthy. That's why I take it. And it probably keeps my boyfriend's thoughts clear that he'll never get it because he knows that I take this. So even though he was at risk for over a year and never got it, even before I was on this. So those are the ways: abstinence, condoms, PrEP, which is Truvada, or somebody being on their medication and being undetectable. So U equals U is the same thing as TASP, treatment as prevention. PrEP, PEP, and Truvada are all the same thing, okay? It's a pill a day. And I think that's it. So hopefully that's clear. That's how you prevent HIV, okay? Get yourself tested. Make sure that if you're in high-risk situations, you're protecting yourself. You know, if you get HIV, it's not the end of the world. The stigma is the worst part of it, without a doubt. I don't feel it myself, but I see it, and I see it a lot, and it's disgusting, and it's awful, and it's wrong, and it's a human rights issue, and it frustrates me, and I'm gonna start crying if I keep talking about it. But HIV is nothing to be ashamed about. It's just a virus, and it's a very manageable virus today that really nobody should fear, but people fear it because of what people think about it, unfortunately. Okay, I'm gonna go. I hope that was clear. I said a lot. Maybe rewind this and watch it again. I don't know. Bye all. Ending this video with me dropping in on my skateboard.